Here we
I've
go.
been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king, Suki. I've been up and down, over and out. But I know one thing. Each time I find myself flat on my face, Suki, I pick myself
up and get back in the race.
That's life.
That's life.
What a Souk, what a show as everybody starts to log on. Rob Paulson is here. He's already in the green room. He's coming on. Voice actor extraordinaire, Suki. This guy is Hollywood royalty, and we've been listening to him our entire lives. We didn't even know who he was half the time.
So he's been a friend in my head this whole time. They didn't know?
Oh, my God. Animaniacs, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Animaniacs.
Throwback. Goes on by the dozen. So Rob's coming on in just a little bit. Tony Quaranti's coming on later on. He's our tribute to Sinatra tonight. Wait till you hear Tony do Sinatra, Sue. He bought a brand new microphone just for the show tonight. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. So
we're ready to do the show?
We're ready to do the show. You tell me the countdown. I'll throw on the open. Go ahead.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's rock.
The Suki and Scott Show.
This is one of the funnest shows I've ever done.
It's musical. It's magical.
Whoa! This is a sexy show. Someone's getting some action.
These larger-than-life personalities are on an exciting new journey as they bring you the Suki and Scott Show.
You guys nailed it. You're great. You ask great questions. You listen.
The Suki and Scott Show is your one-stop destination for humor.
You just got George's earwax all over your ears, bud.
Entertainment.
Jesse's girl.
Wonderful.
And optimism.
You guys have such amazing energy.
Let's laugh together.
We love him.
The Suki and Scott Show.
Every time Craig Morton comes on with that friggin' Jurassic Park.
Makes you laugh, right?
Oh, my goodness. He, of course, last week, part of one of our fantastic flashbacks, which, of course, we have more tonight. Suki celebrating our 1-year anniversary here on this very fine program. We started out on that crappy Zoom machine. We worked our way up to StreamYard. Now we've got this beautiful show going. We're on platforms all over the place. By the way, I was watching the show on Stir the other day. STIRR, if you folks would like to download that app.
Download the app, please.
Souk, I got to tell you, it looks so cool. I say, Souk, we're coming right back after this. Commercials come up. They really come up. You got to love it. I'm not used to seeing it. Souk, we're coming right back after this. Boom, it's a commercial. I love it.
How are you doing, Scotty? How was the weekend? How's everything going?
Great, babe. We have, as you know, so many things cooking with this show. We're going to have so many announcements, so many big announcements coming up.
Really good stuff.
The one thing I want to mention now, and we'll talk about it after Rob comes on and after Tony comes on, we've got this concert coming up, Souk, a celebration of Taylor, Simon, and King. And it's basically, it's our very first, it's like a pay-per-view concert. It's literally $12.99, and I think $15 for the after if you want to be in the after party. So it's another $2 to be in the after party. And basically, what we're doing is we're raising money on April 22nd. Right, a portion of the proceeds, you see it right there now at the bottom, benefits the First Responders Children's Foundation, and it's going to be great. So it's we had those folks on. The folks who do the tribute to
so James Taylor.
Yeah.
Carole King.
Simon, Carole King. And they have a concert that they produced with a bunch of songs. It's about 45, 50 minutes long. You enjoy the concert. Then when the concert's over, you and I will be there. Phil will be there. The folks from the concert will be there. I'm trying to shtup Tony Orlando to get him to come on with us for a little bit. Maybe Rick Springfield, a couple of our friends. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. And again, we kept it really inexpensive. The link is on our website. We're going to plug it ad nauseum for the next month. So
we need our fans to kind of step up and participate. I mean, the money is going to a good cause, which is for the first responders, and families, and the rest of it is just entertainment. Like, we've been doing this for you guys
Yeah.
And this is just a way to kind of give back and have a great night. I mean, this is the real deal. I mean, we're going to really blow it out for you. And the after party is going to be more fun. You know, Scott and I have so many tricks up our sleeve, and we're just going to we're going to put it out there for you.
It's a good out there. It's a good reason for us to get drunk too. We could drink at the after party, and we'll be on a little tequila and whatnot. But so
yeah, Anna Hoover's asking ticketing. We're actually
the ticketing is up. Souk, the ticketing is on our site right now. It's right below. It should be the post right below this show as it's airing right now.
Oh my gosh! Well, Cherry Hedrick just buying her ticket right now. Thank you, Cherry.
Yeah. Cherry's buying a ticket.
Love you.
We have till April 22nd, and you'll see. You'll
go. Oh, Anna Hoover already bought hers.
Beautiful, beautiful. And it's very inexpensive. You go to the ticket page, and what happens, Souk, is once you pay, I believe you get this like a link right in your email, and that's going to be the link for you to watch a show. It's not going to be up on our page for everybody to see. It's an exclusive show. Jeannie Clay's buying hers tonight.
Yeah, Jeannie Clay saying I'm buying mine tonight. Suki, I bought mine. Moni Love says they're drunk and they're in.
And listen, the more you drink, the better we all sound. So
really, it does, Moni. Thank you so much. You're making us laugh. So,
oh my God.
All right.
Souk, tonight is just one of those fun shows. Rob,
thanks,
Paulsen,
Patricia, for buying one. Thank you, Patricia. So we're going to be giving you guys shout outs, kind of encouraging it because we're a big community. And this is going to be a big thing for the Suki and Scott show. So you've been with us every step of the way to get us to this level. Yeah. Now this is the next level that we need you to be there and on.
Right. Figure, we've given you free entertainment over the last year. And at $13, $14, now we're charging you $1 a month for the last 14 months. And again,
I'm worth the quarter. I'm worth the quarter.
It goes to a great cause. Souk, one of those just fun shows tonight. Again, Rob Paulson, voice actors coming on. He's a phenomenal talent. He's also just gone through a cancer hardship. We're going to talk to him about that. Came out on the other side. He's doing great now. And Tony Quaranti is going to, it's just Sinatra tunes all night long later. But listen, before we do that, I just wanted to, Souk, I'm going to show you a couple of pictures. And I want you to tell me, this is listed under you had one job to do and one job only. All right. So, for example, if I showed you, tell me what's wrong with this sign right here.
Crack resistant cement.
Well, what's wrong with the sign, Souk?
It's cracked.
The sign is cracked. Yes, for the crack resistant cement sign. So there you get the gist. You get the gist. Now, can you see what's wrong with this particular?
To the right, but the arrow's pointing left. Yes, this is so wrong. New York City subways.
And what about the guy who put up this sign right
here? Oh, man.
A little Nanolds McDom. This one I love. This is from a car dealership right here. All cars under $4,000 except for the ones that are more. That's a great sign. How about this painting here, Sue? Can you catch the mistake?
Oh my gosh, only spelled wrong. You know how many times that we've actually seen that happen?
My favorites are the ones that are in front of the school and school is spelled wrong. And finally, tell me what's wrong with the sign on the back of this truck right here. Tell me what you see.
5-star towing, but it's only tree star?
Nice. It's only 3 stars. Nicely done, Suki. Your cognitive skills are right up there.
Listen, we've got somebody trolling on our page that you would need to completely boot out.
Oh no. Is that Usman Umarkdo? Is that the guy talking about the cryptocurrency right there? We'll get him.
Asking for cryptocurrency. Goodbye.
You know what's funny, Souk? When we put up a post, we have, thousands of mostly females who respond to those posts. And I'll see one guy, Bill Craig,
trolling.
These guys all look the same and they answer every girl, every female with the same answer. So I just go in, I hit ban user, and it knocks them out of all of them, which is so much fun. I love doing that. These guys are all scammers looking to make friends with the elderly female guests and ultimately take them for some money. Souk, you ready to rock, babe?
Look at Jordan Gray. She's like, come on, let Usman stay. No, Usman, you got to go.
Here we go, Souk. Listen, Rob Paulson's coming up on the other side. March has been our 1-year anniversary. We've been doing a lot of flashbacks. You were off pretty much all summer. Philly Kid filled in for you. We had some great guests. I want to take you back to the summer for one of I think you might know this lady right here. We're coming right back, guys. Rob Paulson on the other side.
It's a Suki and Scott Show fantastic flashback.
I need a little tell it to my heart. Little bit.
Tell it to my heart. Tell me I'm the only one. Is this really love or just a game? Tell it to my heart, 'cause I can make my body rock every time you call my name. Woo! One of my favorite songs of all time would be Close to You from the Carpenters. One of my favorite Stevie Wonder songs.
Why do birds?
Oh my God, that was going on in that song. Why do birds suddenly appear? Her tone every time you are near, just like me. And that Burt Bacharach, that whole thing. They long to be close to you. Why do stars fall down from the sky every time, boom, 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 you walk by? You want me to sing it for you?
Go ahead, Taylor. Belt
Just
it out, baby.
Snippet, though,
Give us a little bit.
Prove your love. Got to prove your love. Is that the part?
Yeah.
You want to be with me tonight. That part?
Yeah. Keep going.
Because words are not enough. I want to hear your body talk to mine.
It's a Suki and Scott Show fantastic flashback.
God, do I love Taylor Dane. And the fact that we had Lisa on, and she said that she toured with Taylor Dane during the ladies of the 80s. Scotty, that's the concert we got to go to.
Yeah, Suk, we're going. When that kicks in again, we're going. We're going to get there. While she was singing, I was busy blocking Usman Nokarko from his cryptocurrency. Suk, Rob Paulson is a legendary voice actor. He's done, Pinky and the Brain, Animaniacs, Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles. He was the first Raphael. Your son ever watched? Was he
Raphael? Raphael, we had a fish named Raphael for many years, 10 years.
Oh, nice. Jimmy Neutron. 3 decades. Got such an amazing story.
3 decades. Wow.
He's got a podcast on this site called Nerdist. It's Talking Tunes. Here's a little bit from that, and then we'll bring Rob in on the other side.
Okay, hi. We put an explosive charge in your head. Does this sound familiar? The rabbit's foot. Where is it?
I gave it to you.
Ethan, where is the rabbit's foot?
What are you saying? That wasn't what I gave you?
Well, I'm going to count to 10. You are going to tell me where the rabbit's foot is, or, well, she dies.
You.
Can you imagine 2 grown men, Suki?
No, I love it.
And they get paid for doing that. Rob,
I missed my calling. I wish somebody directed me that way.
The response should be, how does your dad make a living? It's just firstly, as I saw a bit ago, thank you so much, folks, for lowering your entertainment standards for yours truly.
Oh, no problem.
No way.
I noticed that Sweet Suki, when you mentioned Animaniacs, she kind of lit up. So I should say, hello, Suki. Isn't that the coolest thing? I know.
That is the coolest thing.
Honest to God, you guys, I am a lottery winner, and I know it. Having been able to do this gig for a long time, I've now reached the point at which kids of all ages, as they say, will find out who I am. Ninja Turtles, Jimmy Neutron, Fairly Odd, all that stuff.
Fairly Odd Parents. Oh my gosh.
And once they do, all it does is make everybody smile. I swear to God.
That's it.
So thank you so much for having me on.
Rob, it's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure. Listen, you've done, so many things. But listen, the first thing, because I want to get, because you beat it, you're doing great.
Thanks.
One day you found out you had throat cancer, right? And listen, a guy who let me ask you this question: a guy who makes a tremendous living with his voice and his throat. That was always my worst nightmare, right?
Yeah, well.
So when you found out you had cancer of the throat, did you say to yourself, I mean, Jesus Christ, couldn't you give me cancer in my knee or my ankle? It has to be in my throat.
Yeah. What's that axiom? We make plans and God laughs.
Yeah.
Honestly, firstly, thank you so much for asking, because the glorious platinum lining for my cancer experience is precisely what you sweet folks are allowing me to do. That is to say that someone may hear or watch this down the road and say, Suki and Scott had that knucklehead, had Ron Pullman. I don't remember the guy's name, but
Ron Pullman.
You were just diagnosed with the same type of throat cancer that this guy had. And he's back doing his work in Hollywood at a really high level.
Yeah.
And he's fine. That's the story. So yeah, I noticed a lump in my neck. I'm an athletic guy, played hockey my whole life, and I was doing my gig, no issues, and went to have it checked at my yearly physical. And within 5 seconds, swear to God, the doctor said, no, you got to get that looked at yesterday. And I said, come on. He said, no. And within a week, it was diagnosed as stage 3, metastatic squamous cell carcinoma. The lump was the area to which the cancer had already spread. But one reason that neither I, my wife, nor my son flipped out was that I was 60 when I was diagnosed. And honestly, I'm not ready to punch my ticket, but the truth is that at that very same moment, folks, I live in LA. At that moment, there was somebody, in Encino or Palmdale getting a phone call about their 4-year-old, or about a young mother who has 3 kids and she's diagnosed at 29. That was not my story. My story was, okay, this is a bit of a curveball. The wonderful phrase my radiation oncologist said to me reminded me of Goldfinger. I'm a big James Bond fan. His name is Henry Polsky, Russian guy. He says, Mr. Paulsen, it's a pleasure to meet you. I feel certain we can cure you. Before we do, we almost have to kill you. I did that, folks. I just started laughing. And I am here to tell you categorically that to a man and woman, my team, who, immediately they figure you out and help you, to a person, they all said, don't lose that. Don't lose that ability to just poke a little fun at yourself and laugh. And they were unequivocal in their desire for me to maintain my sense of humor. So I always say laughter is the best medicine. The cool thing is you can't OD and the refills are free. So laugh.
I'm glad you're doing okay, but a lot of folks are writing in, they're so happy for you. And a lot of folks are writing in that, they've gone through different forms of cancer. Some are going through it now and getting treatment, but Rob, it's just, it's great. Cause I don't know if I would have handled it as gracefully as you did.
Thank you, Scott. I mean, obviously that's as they say, it's a club to which none of us would like to be a member. However, I think all of us surprise ourselves when it comes to life-changing, life-altering circumstances. I remember before I was diagnosed, as I said, I'd had a remarkable career by any stretch. And remember, I don't draw them, I don't write them. I'm good at my job, but it's a deeply collaborative effort. The characters are famous. But by the time I had my little tap dance with, oh, look, that's my buddy Yakko.
Oh,
I've had
so good.
I had my my little tap dance with cancer. I had hundreds of opportunities to speak with children and their parents all around the world as whatever character, not just me. We all do it. But little did I know that those sweet kids and their parents, many of the children didn't make it, and their parents would keep in touch with me and say, here's a little video of you speaking with Lauren. She's talking to Pinky, and it gave her so much joy. She passed away after that. But those folks, by their example and by their kindness in allowing me and Pinky, Yakko, Raphael in, gave me a context to determine what is, whether or not I can handle this. And of course, the first thing I went to was like, Jesus Christ, Rob, you better suck it up, because all these sweet children and their parents figured it out. And how on earth those people get up the next morning and move on?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're telling you, you got this, Rob. Thank you for doing what you thank me. Jesus, Murphy. I truly don't know how one could be any more fortunate. Then again, back to what you folks are allowing me to do is talk about it. And so the fact is, it was a great thing that my cancer was throat cancer, because it really did hit me where I live. And I'm back doing a reboot of Animaniacs that's utterly successful with Mr. Spielberg again.
Crazy.
And nobody is going to say to me, wow, you sound good for a guy with throat cancer. They're saying, we can't tell the difference. That's the story for others.
Wow.
That is amazing. And that's running on, you've been approved for a second season on Hulu for
Third,
that, right?
yeah, it's
Third
on
season
Hulu.
now.
Third.
Hulu now, and we're doing Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain. And so the first season's up now. The second will be out later this year. There's me, I'm off, and the Brain. And the third season is we just started production on that. So I have won the lottery, my friends, and the opportunity to share my story and just the joy of this whole freaking experience is a pleasure.
Rob, it's like asking you which is your favorite child, because I know this is all part of creation, but I'm just curious if you're able to step back and like look at this, all of these characters that you've created. Is there somebody that jumps out at you as you or yours,
Well, definitely the smartassier ones, Raphael and two characters with whom I identify intimately. But you know what? The general question is, God, you've been profoundly blessed. What's your favorite character? And you guys are freelancers. You guys have worked, before and looking for your next gig. We're entertainers. My answer is the next one, because
I know
I'm working. But for young actors and young performers out there, and I know that my friends Suki and Scott can attest to this, the hustle never stops.
No.
The difference that people who are fortunate enough to continue to work, I love the hustle. I don't like being broke, and I don't have that experience so much anymore. But you get my point. When people do what we do, and we're lucky enough to be like us, we're not movie stars, but we're blue collar workers in the dream factory, and really proud to be such. But the truth is that you guys can't not do your gig. It's so authentic to see you interact and play with one another and your audience, the way you relate. It's not something that is difficult for you. It's part of what you are. And when you're not able to do it, that's a problem. So, I embrace the hustle. I embrace the new technology. You're giving me this opportunity to chat with people who may have grown up listening to the things I've done.
Yeah.
And what a remarkable time. So it's pretty cool.
Lorianne says, you like the hustle, but do you dance the hustle? That's what she wants to know.
Let me tell you something. I'm old enough when that song premiered. I was the entertainment at the Last Supper. People don't know that. I was in those days. I was Shecky of Arimathea, and Jesus, what a party! And everything was fine until we started doing karaoke and Judas.
Judas, he screwed it all up.
What an asshole. Anyway, so I remember the hustle and Casey and the Sunshine Band, and oh my God, I moved out to LA in 1978. So
wow,
I'm an old Hollywood dog for sure.
My boogie shoes.
Yeah, baby.
1978 Hollywood. I could imagine it must be like New York City 1978, untouched.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was, what it was like? It was like Quentin Tarantino, Once Upon a Time.
Hollywood, yeah.
Utterly, I thought, oh my God, I was at Tower Records in 1979, flipping out because Rod Stewart was in there buying a record. I love that stuff. So having grown up in Hollywood and still being able to work every day and make new friends like you guys, it just don't get no better, kids.
Rob, listen, I read that you studied at this Groundlings improv troupe when you were into comedy, and you were with guys like Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman, Tress McNeil, Lorraine Newman,
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Paul Rubens,
Wow.
Pee-wee, the best of the best. And when you can cut your teeth, your comedy chops with people who, as I used to refer to Phil, God rest his soul, terrifyingly inspirational. At the very moment that I'd watch Phil riff and I'd be working with him on something and I'd just go, I can't do that. And it was Phil who would take me aside and say, dude, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to do your version of that. And he really was at the very same, and all of them, Cassandra Peterson, Elvira, Paul Rubens, Pee-wee, at the very same time that these kids were utterly killing it. I was just thinking, oh my God, you got to soak this up, dude, because these are the people that are teaching you what to do. Yeah. And 30 years later, 35 years later, I still use those chops. I still go back to what folks like that told me. I see Paul every now and then when we're not doing COVID con, he's in an event signing autographs, and it's just such a ball. Lorraine Newman now does a lot of, there's my buddy Donatello. Lorraine Newman does a bunch of cartoons now, and I fell in love with her on the original SNL, and now we're, like soulmates. It's just the coolest bunch of people in the world. And as they say, they ain't no business like it, and ain't no folks like show folks. It's pretty cool.
And when you were in that troupe, looking to just get your comedy chops, who were the people who were on TV at that time who you looked up to and just admired?
On TV, well, the usual suspects for guys my age: Red Skelton, Lucille Ball, Carol Burnett, Jonathan Winters, whom I got to work with. How about that? Vicki Lawrence, whom I got to work with. I worked with Jonathan half a dozen times. And let me tell you something. When you're sitting next to that, when I mean that in the most respectful way, that
powerhouse.
Yeah. And without question, I think one can make the argument that part of Jonathan and Robin's too, part of their genius and what makes us just be transfixed, inspired, utterly entertained is also something that's a little bit twisted in their personal lives. And Jonathan was very upfront about telling, when I had the great opportunity to speak with him at length, he would do Maude Frickert and Chester Honeyhugger for me in the frickin' parking lot at Hanna-Barbera working on the Smurfs. Not because, it's just what we touched on earlier, not because it was going to help his career. He can't not do it. It's what he's about. When I said, Mr. Winters, I loved your CBS show. And when you did, well, you mean this? And he went off. And I remember calling my parents from a payphone back in Michigan saying, you are not going to believe who just did 20 minutes for me in the Hanna-Barbera parking lot. But that utterly unique gift is so inspirational. If you even have the slightest inkling that, that's the road you want to go down. And one thing I learned, especially from guys like Phil and Jonathan Winters and others, people I work with all the time now, Billy West, Maurice LaMarche, John DiMaggio, people, the best of the best, is they're utterly fearless. And I don't mean walking into a burning building. I mean, they're utterly unencumbered by how they look, how they sound. Right. They are purely creative. And that is something that takes a little cultivating, because we all grow up and we think, well, this is kind of weird. Bullshit. This is my job. I'm grateful that somebody says, here's a couple of bucks, you want to talk like an avocado. By
the way, Rob, what does an avocado sound like?
What does an avocado sound like?
I think they're kind of thick because they've got that thick green stuff in the middle of them. So I would presume that if I had to come up with a voice for an avocado, it would be thick and mushy.
I don't know. But the point is, who cares? And,
right.
And so that really is, I think, the essence of why any of us try to perform. We all love to do it for its own sake when we're kids. When you go to Hollywood and you find that there's a way that you can work as long as people are nice enough to hire you without worrying about whether you're tall, short, heavy, thin, white, black, You are literally limited by your creativity and the kindness of people to hire you. That's what I learned from people like Lorraine and Phil and Mr. Winters. And it's really just about being creative. And I'm 65 years old. I'm working every day. Mel Blanc till he was 80. And I'm just having a ball, and people are loving Animaniacs again. It's crazy.
So does your kid want to fall in line with you, or is he doing completely something different, or is he a creative type as well?
Very, Suki. He's very creative. He's in the video game business. And he did follow the.
Oh, so here's the one that's torturing me with my child locked away for hours on.
And I got to tell you, it was my wife who really, I think, was the one who had the vision, probably not unlike my mother. When I would get a note from my teacher saying, Rob is a good student, but he doesn't apply himself. He has a sunny disposition, but he tries to be funny. Okay. Yeah, there's Donatello. But my wife saw early on that my son was a gamer, but really becoming an expert and loved the music and would go see the music of Final Fantasy with a full orchestra because he was really into the story and the way the thing was constructed. And so
it is art. I mean, you look at it.
And I got to say that she was right. She said, at the very same time, and I'm going, dude, what about your homework? She'd say, honey, he did his homework hours ago. He's a 4 point, he's doing fine. Let him play. And she was right. And now the video game business makes more money than the movie business. So
it's insane, Rob. It's insane. Tell me about you have this book out called Voice Lessons. And this is basically, you're just talking about how these, your characters basically were a huge part of saving your life.
Without question. That's why the subtitle says how a couple of Ninja Turtles, Pinky, and an Animaniac saved my life. And that's not hyperbole. As I mentioned earlier, all my doctors, sadly, we all know someone who's had cancer, unfortunately lost someone, maybe ourselves. But when your team gets together, they suss you out pretty quick. And when they found out what I was about, my job, I'm essentially in the happy business. Mm-hmm. They played on that. They would give me opportunities to make jokes, often at their expense. Jesus, I'm waiting on the table to be zapped today. With my neck. I'm waiting to be zapped today. You guys could die from cancer waiting for you guys to start. You do that, and that's what I do, and that's what it's not for everybody, but that's part of their genius. Part of their genius as care providers is to say, this gentleman is pretty freaky. We're going to take our time. We're going to get him here 20 minutes early. We need to massage his back, his neck. We're going to hold his hand if that's what it takes. In Paulsen's case, he's a whack job. He feels better making us laugh. He does better. Hello, beautiful nurse.
Yeah.
Hi.
Guess who does the voice though?
Rob, can you give the hamster a voice?
Sure, I can. Let's see. Let's see a hamster.
I think that'd be a pretty thing. He's kind of small and he got. Let's see. What's your hamster's name?
His name is Theo.
Theo, pretty cool. Hey, Theo. Why is that strange old man talking like me? Well,
do you know who tortures me with the Loud House?
Oh, I was on the Loud House. I've done, 7 or 8 episodes of the Loud House.
I played an old man named what the hell's his name?
Mr. Gross.
Yes. How the heck did you know that? My God. And you know what else, honey? The check cleared. That was
But
I have no idea what this guy's talking about.
And you know what's so cool about that? I got to tell you that clearly absolute cast as Yakko. I haven't shut up for 20 minutes, but what I love about this is look at your beautiful, sweet baby smiles. Here's you have to know what I do. It's just interesting when that happens. Once people find out, I find out the extent to which Yakko might really have made someone joyful in their childhood. But then I find out a little bit deeper story and said, Mr. Paulsen, but for Animaniacs, my childhood was a mess. And I never would have known that were it not for opportunities like this, Comic-Cons. And I know what I'm talking about because 30 odd years ago, I went to work on a Jetsons project at Hanna-Barbera, and one of the regulars on Jetsons, as you may recall, was the legendary Mel Blanc, who's not only Bugs, Daffy, Tweety, all that, but he was also Mr. Spacely, Jetson, right?
Jetson, in my office.
I walk into the session, and there's Mr. Blank and our director, Gordon Hunt, who is Helen Hunt's father, but directed all the cartoons at Hanna-Barbera.
Wow.
So, you want to sit next to Mel? I said, of course. So I'm sitting next to Mel Blanc, and I'm 30. He's 75. And I mustered up the courage. I said, Mr. Blank, if it's not too much trouble, like everyone with a pulse, I really I knew what I wanted. And he looked at me and he went, yeah, what's up, Doc? And I lost my mind, and it was electric. Like I was back in Detroit eating Cocoa Krispies and watching.
It was all about Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Oh my God. So now, and I'm by no means putting myself in that category. What I'm saying is that the times that somebody can say, oh my God, I love Jimmy Neutron. Oh, well, I'm Carl, just so you know. And then people just, it is never not wonderful from both sides of the equation. And I can't get enough of it. So yeah, cancer really didn't have a chance.
No, not with you. I could see that. Rob, listen, but before you go, I want to plug the on Nerdist.
Oh, thank you.
You guys, do you do this Talking Tunes podcast?
Me and my buddy Sean. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, I mean, these guys, between you and the guests, I mean, you guys do some amazing voices, like we showed at the beginning.
Yeah.
When can people see you? Where can they find that?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because that iteration of the show is done, but all of them are available on Spotify. So you can watch and listen to, there you go, Talking Tunes with yours truly on Spotify. But I literally just today am in the process of making a deal to bring my show back. And it has gotten a sort of little life of its own. And it was started just like everybody else pretty much does a podcast, for its own sake, because I thought, why not? Everybody on my phone, I can call Bart Simpson and Batman and the Joker.
I want that phone. I want that phone.
And we've done them all. I've done a couple hundred episodes, and these are not only the most gifted people, but they're like you guys. They're utterly joyful. They're the most kind, down-to-earth, unpretentious people. And when they see that you're fired up by their gift, they just cannot do enough for you. So I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to come and play with you guys. And we'll see you in the water tower.
Well, Rob, thank you for entertaining us.
You're amazing, buddy. Thank you so much. And, another 30 years, continued success.
God bless.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. You take good care of yourselves. And once COVID con is over, we're going to be back kicking the hell out of it. I can't wait to meet you.
Agreed.
You'll be in our studio, Rob, once we're back. All right, my friend. Thank you so much. Listen, we got Tony Quaranti coming up. It's a Sinatra celebration, Suk. Rob, you may want to stick around for this flashback. It's an amazing magic trick. Watch this. We're coming back after this.
It's a Suki and Scott Show. Fantastic flashback.
So Brent is going to try to figure out a card of yours, the card that the two of you are going to come together to choose to create. So we will start with you, Suki. I want you to pick the suit for this card. So hearts, diamonds, spades, or clubs, but don't say it out loud. Okay, just think of it in your mind. But let me know when you've got it.
It's in there.
Okay, great. Okay, Brent, you want to ask your question now? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Is it a red card? So was your suit either hearts or diamonds? Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Oh, okay. That's nice. Okay.
I like it already, Suk. I like it already.
Yeah. Oh, and...
You knew that.
I knew that. Okay. Yes, very, very magical. Okay, now, Scott, if you could please choose the number or value for this card, that would be super.
Got it.
Got it? Okay.
Yep.
Brent has a question for you, too. Here we go. Scott, is it a high card?
Yes, it is. Yes, indeed.
High, anything between 8 and king, somewhere in there?
Yes, indeed. Yes.
Okay, great. Oh. Oh. Well, look at that. You that too. That's great. Okay. Okay. Well, so you're feeling like you know what their card is what you're trying to say. Okay, great. Well, let's find out. Suki, what was the suit that you chose?
It was a heart.
Oh, love it. Great. And Scott, what was the value or number of your card?
It was the queen.
I knew you were gonna.
So we're working with the Queen of Hearts.
Even you knew that.
I knew that.
Suki, you magic. All right, here we go.
Playing with the Queen of Hearts.
Okay.
Watch this.
We're
Go ahead.
watching, Brett. We're watching.
Oh no! Tell me he's got the Queen of Hearts
in your mouth.
Woo! Yes. You should see where the card comes from when we perform at a bachelorette party.
Oh boy! A little more Vaseline on it, I guess, huh?
Oh, maybe.
Suki and Scott, you each came together to think of a card, to form a card together. And I had one card stuck in my mouth the whole time, and it just so happened to be... the Queen of Hearts.
Oh, Jesus.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh, it was in the plastic wrap and everything. What? What?
It's a Suki and Scott show. Fantastic flashback.
Suk, how good were they, Brent and Sarah?
I am just in my head. I still can't figure out how he got it. It was already, like.
We could have said any card, Suk, and they wouldn't.
I mean, like, how did he slip it in?
I don't know.
That's what she said.
Hey now, somebody listen. Rob Paulson, what amazing story on him, no?
Oh, you know what? Like voiceover actors, all of that kind of comedy. That is a different part of the brain. That is a creative person beyond.
Yeah.
I
mean, listen, it's an amazing way to make a living. I mean, you sit in front of a mic.
Can you do voices? That's one thing I've never asked you.
Yeah, me? Not really. I can't do like character voices. I could go deep and I could be an announcer guy, but I can never do like cartoon voice. Yeah, but that's all, folks.
Yeah.
I can't, I could do the basics. Speaking of voices, Suk, our next guest he might as well be Frank Sinatra. That's all I could tell you, Suk. You know this show, we have sang many Sinatra songs. Phil has sang many Sinatra songs. Our audience, huge Sinatra fans. So tonight, as Rob Paulson would have been good enough, Suk, we could have shut it down right now. But you know what? The show's over. But we continue to provide massive entertainment on the show. Tony Quaranti is Frank Sinatra. Here's a little bit. I found him online. Here's a little bit, and then we bring him in. He's going to do a little singing for us.
She gets hungry for dinner at 8. She loves the OJC. Doesn't come late. She never bothered with anyone that she hates. That's why the lady, she's a Trey Young. Doesn't like nice games with barons and earls. Won't go to Harlem dressed in ermine and pearls. Will not dish the dirt with the rest of those girls. That's why this chick is a tramp. Loves a woman.
That's why.
Oh boy.
Tony, good to see you.
Hey, wow, look at this. Thank you very much. Big fans of both of you. How are you?
Right back at you. We're excited. We're excited because, this is the music. This is the storybook of America, really.
Well, look, when you compare, that music to today's music, friends of mine say, Tony, did you watch the Grammys the other night? I said, the Grammys? I was in bed. I haven't watched the Grammys in 10 years. I don't know who these people are.
We don't know anybody, right?
Maybe Bruno Mars, and that was about it. They're all one-name artists now. That's it. One name and they're out. I'm just going to be Tony, and that's it. Tony.
Tony Q. I like Tony Q.
That's it.
So even when you speak, you sound like Frank Sinatra. It's amazing.
Well, why I've succeeded at this a little bit than some others is there's a lot of guys who try to be Frank Sinatra. And when I do my tribute shows, I have a natural baritone voice. I did voiceover work back in my days. I did radio. I did television. Not as successful as you both, but I was always the man, behind the woman, behind the kid, behind the scenes. That's where you usually find me in television. But so I get away with my own voice, and I use Sinatra style and swagger and the music, and it's been working out great for me.
And
boy, look how good I look, and look how good I'm starting to look.
Just like him, Tone. What was it about this guy that just made you, just want to continue to, you pay tribute to him every time you basically open your mouth and sing?
Fantastic question, Scott. When I was 10 years old, I got on the couch at my mom and dad's in our house, and it was Sinatra at the main event. It was live from Madison Square Garden.
Oh, my God, yes.
And he came out. As a matter of fact, that Lady is a Tramp clip, I wouldn't have gone with that one, Scotty, but it's okay. It wasn't one of my – that was when I was first starting out with the big band, but when he came out to Lady is a Tramp at Madison Square Garden with Howard Cosell opening it up, It was just riveting to me. And even when I watch it today, I can watch that opening 100 times with Howard Cosell and him coming on stage to Lady is a Tramp. The presence, it took me back then, and I was fortunate to see him with my parents several times. I didn't appreciate him as I do now. I was much younger when I was with my folks to go see him at Nanuet Theater Go Round and some of the places, Westchester Premier Theater. But I appreciate him more now, and go figure. Something that happened as a little hobby, playing local clubs back in New York, it got me out with big bands and doing this tribute show. So it's
because everybody loves Sinatra. It's like, everybody knows the songs, everybody.
Yes.
But that's like, I wonder if it moves on to the next generation out of curiosity, because I listen to old music all the time, 60s, 70s, 80s, 50s, maybe not all the 50s, but I love doo-wop. But I wonder if my kids know the songbook like I did, because radio isn't as prevalent as it was in our lives, That was the only game in town. You listen to all of it,
And there's so many avenues now, YouTube and Pandora. There's so many places to listen to music. I'm trying to keep the Great American Songbook alive. I mean, down here in Florida, we have a wonderful radio station. I hope I'll get a little plug here, Legends 100.3, keeping the Great American Songbook alive down here. Dick Robinson's group, the preservation of the Great American Songbook. And I'm just doing my little part to be part of that and keep this music alive as long as I can.
And they're streaming? Can I hear it up here? Tony, can I hear it up here?
Say again?
Can I hear it in New York?
No, it's a local station down here in Florida. Matter of fact, just when you cross over the Broward line, I think we start losing transmission.
They might have a website, though. They could have a website.
Yes, it's possible. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Tony, speaking of the songbook, my friend, I got to put you to work, man. Let's get a little tune going, and we'll talk some more.
Well, I thought we'd start off with, matter of fact, I thought I saw somebody come up with Fly Me to the Moon, which is always one of the most requested. So we'll start off with that one. And I have the Quincy Jones arrangement of it.
Nice.
Ooh.
All right, here we go, folks. Pardon my allergies. It's allergy season down here. Fly me to the moon. Let me play up there with those stars. Let me see what life is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. I'm going to swing. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and I adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I'm in love with all of you. Here we go, Stu. Here we go, Scotty. Come on now. As Frank Sinatra would say, it'll be Ash Wednesday by the time I get back to the chorus of this song, but we're going to eventually get there. It's a long instrumental.
Tone, crank up the music a little.
Turn it up. You got it.
A little bit.
I don't want to have the cops at my door here in Palm Beach County. I have neighbors. Fill my heart with song. Let me swing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and I adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
Nice.
Tony, I watched that documentary on Quincy Jones, and I didn't know what an amazing friendship that Frank Sinatra and Quincy Jones had. And when Frank died, he gave him the ring that he always used to wear, and he gave it to Quincy Jones.
Yes, fabulous collaboration. I love Right to the End, LA is My Lady album. That was Quincy Jones. Some great tracks on that. Matter of fact, I'm trying to add some of those songs now as I get some good karaoke tracks on. I'm trying to add some of that LA is My Lady album to my repertoire. But
Tony,
you didn't know how important he was, and even the movement in just getting people of color back then to create music on that level.
Absolutely. I mean, you go on YouTube now, look up, Sinatra and Quincy Jones. You'll see that really heavy big band behind him just swinging. He does one, Please Be Kind. If you look up Please Be Kind on YouTube, boy, was that band swinging. The drummer almost fell off the drums. It was amazing. If you get a chance to check out YouTube, Please Be Kind, Quincy Jones.
I'll have to look it up.
Old video.
Tone, do you have my favorite? I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet.
I do, but you want to get to that one now, or you want to do a few?
You know what? Let's save that for the finale.
Usually I save my way for the finale, but
save my way for the finale. Save them all for the finale.
Hey, who the hell am I to start bossing people around this show?
Save them all for the finale. No,
and by the way, I know I promised you, Scott, I was going to wear the bow tie, but the problem is my shirt that goes along with the bow tie has got a million wrinkles. It's in the bottom of the hamper. I said, Val, why is my shirt with the bow tie? So I went with the long tie. I hope it's a little buble thing.
It's buble-ish.
We lighten it up here a little bit. I was going to do another famous one people love.
Under My Skin?
I'm sorry. Unless what's Suki? Do you have another?
No. There's so many songs. You pick.
I was going to do Summer Wind.
Oh, good.
Summer Wind, nice.
Oh yeah, Johnny Mercer. And if you guys remember, this was in the album of the movie Pope of Greenwich Village. They took my thumb, Charlie. They took my thumb, Charlie.
Eric Roberts, right?
Yes, Eric Roberts. The summer wind came blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair and walk with me. All summer long we sang a song, and then we strolled that golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind. Like painted kites, Those days and nights, they went flying by. The world was new beneath the blue umbrella sky. Then, softer than a piper man, one day it called to you. I lost you to the summer wind. The autumn winds and the winter winds, they have come and gone. Still the days, those lonely days, they go on and on. And guess who sighs his lullabies through nights that never end? My fickle friend, the summer wind. The summer wind, warm summer wind, the summer wind.
How do you hit that note, that last note? Oh boy.
Tony, I got to tell you, number
Thank
one,
you.
what the hell took you so long to get on the show? That's number
You know,
one.
my 92-year-old mother was asking the same question when I saw her 2 years ago. I didn't get a chance to go up this year. What I didn't know you could sing. I said, neither did I. Maybe we can find out later in life. I'm 56 now, and I think who was the gentleman? I think it might have been Jonathan Winters that says I couldn't wait for success, so I went along without it.
Yeah.
I went on without it.
That's great.
So,
your singing has woken up a sleeping giant, Tony. I got to tell you. There's a guy who's standing by you. He had to up his game tonight with his wardrobe. And you really took this to another level.
Oh, there he is.
Doing the buble.
Hey, how you doing, Tony? Hey, listen, I was listening to you. Dude, I mean, you are awesome. And to show respect to you and to the great Frank Sinatra, I want to dress the part tonight.
Phil, let me say something, Phil. Before you were even on this show, I saw videos of you in the police car. I didn't know what you were. Then I went to your website and said you were a cop. I'm saying, wait, he's an actor, he's a cop, he's a singer. So, Phil, I have to be very honest with you. When you put that headset on and you look around a little bit before the song, I mean, you're a unique. You created yourself, my friend. Awesome. And I'm a fan, and you have an awesome voice yourself, my friend. I'm a big fan. And I found you before they did. I wish I had the show, and I would have found you.
Hey, Philly, turn down your speakers a little, bud.
Oh, dadgummit. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, Tony, you're one of my
You look sharp.
You look
sharp, Phil. You look sharp.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you. And you're doing a good job with the Sinatra, man. I mean, you sound just like him for one thing.
Thank you. Thank you, Phil. Well, like I said earlier, yeah, I try not to be him. I just use my own voice, and I use some of the banner, and it works for me, and it's been working, which is great.
Yeah, and we have something else in common. Later in life, I spent 40 years in the military and as a cop, and then after that, that's when I started doing what I was doing. And so, hey, old guys rock.
Yes,
this is my second chapter. I moved out of New York 6 years ago. I was in the television and the video duplicating business. I know you all remember going to Blockbuster and getting your VHS cassettes. Well, guess what? Guess which labs made those VHS cassettes and packaged them and shrink wrapped them? I worked for one of the largest video manufacturers in that year. So I'm 30 plus years in the video business, and I reinvented myself now in real estate in the afternoon, and I'm singing at nights, and I'm having a ball with it.
That's amazing. And you got Chicago Bears little figurines behind you. What's going on there?
And Scotty, I had to turn my table here because, as I said, we just painted our house, and I have nothing on the walls. And I didn't want to make it look like Sinatra from the slums. So behind me, believe it or not, if you could see, something just fell. Oh, it's only my laptop with my music. Oh no, don't worry about that.
Tony, you're gonna need that. Grab it.
He's got some Sinatra plates in the back right there.
Yeah, you see the little Francis Sinatra plates back there?
Yeah.
It looks like the one when he's this age right here. That
Yep.
plate looks
Like
right?
like in his 20s.
Let's see. Hold on.
Yes.
Tone, move your head one sec, Tone. Move to the right. Yeah, there you go.
I have my Sinatra plates, and my neighbor actually drew this many years ago. If you can see it.
Nice.
Bring it a little closer.
Yeah, that's great. Look at that.
Wow.
That's that's like this picture right here.
She was an unbelievable artist, and believe it or not, I wound up seeing this picture on Facebook many years ago, and I said to the gentleman, do me a favor, take it out of the frame and let me know who painted that. And sure enough, it was my neighbor on my block in Briarcliff Drive in Muncie, believe it or not.
Good Lord. Wow. All right, Tone, what's the next tune, baby? What's the next tune?
Well, I just dropped everything on the floor here, Scotty, so what do you want? Let's see. I got another good one. Let's see. I hope I'm still working, Scotty. Let me see if I'm functioning.
You can't leave until you sing That's Life, bud.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come on, fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band, and he'll toot that flute for you. Come on, fly with me. Let's float down in the blue. Once I get you up there, where the air is so rarefied, we'll just glide starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may even hear gangs of angels cheer, because we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. You say the words, I'll whip your birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon. They do say, come on, fly with me, we'll fly. Pack up, let's fly away. And don't tell Suki or Scott. Don't tell Suki. Don't tell Scotty. They don't want to hear you flew away. Thank you so much.
It's awesome. If it sounds that good on here, imagine Tony with like a big band behind him.
Oh, amazing.
Damn.
I had the opportunity to do that. As a matter of fact, I'm glad you mentioned that, Scott. When I moved down to Florida, I'm actually looking for musicians. So if anybody out there wants to get together here in South Florida, do some tunes. I've been doing a lot of my stuff with my backing tracks, which are big down here. But there's nothing like a live musician. So if anybody wants to team up, I'm ready.
And I got to imagine this summer, more than anything, people are going to be ready to just kind of live life a little bit more,
Exactly. Well, this gig for me is pretty good. I got dressed in my bedroom and I walked into the other bedroom. It's the closest gig I've had since I've been doing this. No Uber tonight. No Uber.
Hey Tony, right, do you ever do any stand up? Because you would kill, man.
I mix it. I mix it in there. I mix it in there a little bit, Phil. But if you want me to do, I also do a little Rodney. I tell you, I'm all right now. But the other day, my wife, she's another winner. She wants to make love in the back seat. She wanted me to drive. I tell you, my wife, she likes to talk during sex. The other night, she called me from the hotel. All right, I'm not going to steal the whole routine, but I do throw some one-liners in, Phil. I tell people, it's great to be working here tonight. I was just working at a half Jewish, half Chinese place down in Boca Raton. It was called Sosumi. Yes.
Oh, that's great, Rodney Dangerfield, man.
I try to play room by room and try to get. I don't write really a lot of material. I just kind of get a feel and a vibe and play off people. I think that's the best when you just keep things real versus putting stuff together. So,
all right, Tone, I'll give you your choice, or you could do a little of both.
I want to put my black jacket on, and I think me and Phil are going to head to the funeral parlor after this.
We have caskets to take out, Philly, tonight. You and I will sing along the way.
You guys got a hearse to drive somewhere.
I know what you're going to ask me, Scott.
That's Life or My Way, or I'll give you a little of both.
I'll do, well, My Way, I get into it, man. So you can't just do a little of my, it's either all
let's
My
do
Way
My
or
Way.
none.
Do
Let's
My
do My
Way.
Way. All right. You in?
We're in.
We're in.
Hang on one second. My mixer board fell on the floor. That was that noise you heard before. It's okay. We go live, brother. Live.
That's it.
Paul Anka, the masterpiece.
Go ahead, babe.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My Facebook friends, I'll make it clear. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full, traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do. I saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I grew tall through it all and did it my way. I've loved, laughed, and cried. I've had my fill, my shares of losing. But now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that. And may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way.
Da 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 da.
Wow.
Thank you very much. Thank
so
you.
good, Tony.
Thank you,
Nice.
Suki. Thank you, Phil.
So good. So
Yeah,
good.
that gave me goosebumps.
Hey, cut it out.
Hey, you know what? I think, Tony, I think you and I should get together, and I think there's a Wise Guys movie someplace that we could team up for.
Hey, don't threaten me with a good time, Phil. I take people up on that. I take people up on good times.
Phil, Tony needs to download that Shmuel app and start singing with some tunes, right?
I got to join you guys now. Hey, Scotty, as you know, it took me about 40 hours just to put this little setup together. Me and Mike.
I do know that. Okay, I made him run out to Best Buy and get a new microphone.
I love it. I love it. But you know what, Tony, you got to get the Shmuel app. I mean, these guys, like, they love it. You could do duets with Phil.
Yeah.
The ladies would love it.
It sounds like an Italian app, the Shmuel thing. It sounds like a batofa. I'll take up some salami, and a little Shmula.
A little Shmuel.
On Rye, on Arthur Avenue.
Tony, listen, man, you're the best, pal. We love you. You got to come back because there's like 100 more Sinatra songs to sing.
I have a whole repertoire here. I would love it, Scotty. Listen, I greatly appreciate it, man. This was really, really awesome. I looked forward to it when you said to come on. I'm ecstatic. I love you all. Phil, I'm glad. I didn't know you were going to be on tonight, Phil, so I'm glad we met in person, man. Awesome.
I know. It was awesome, man. You are great.
You are as well,
Tony,
man. And
you'll be
continued
back on,
success
my
for you,
friend.
too.
Thank you.
You got to come back on. We love you, pal.
Anytime, guys. You give me the notice. I'll be here, and I love you both. And next time, I promise I'll wear the bow tie and I'll press the other shirt.
You do that.
Tone, I know. Do you have any site where people can see you sing?
I'm putting everything on my Facebook site.
Facebook,
I have a separate realtor, and I'll throw a little plug in while I'm here. Anybody looking to buy or sell here in Palm Beach County? I'm with Remax Prestige Real Estate. I do real estate in the day, sing at night. So, but most of the stuff's on my Facebook page, and I have a separate page for my real estate, so I don't throw too much of the real estate stuff up there. Just my personal page.
Beautiful.
I do cross over a little bit. Scott, thank you. Suki, thank you. Phil, great to meet you. God bless you all.
Thank
and
you.
Let's get out of our basements. I want to see you guys in person. I want to hug and kiss. I'm Italian. If you put my hands behind my back, I'm a mute. Love you all. Thanks for the opportunity.
We love you,
See you, Tony.
Oh, man. So great. Boy,
What a great guy.
He raised the bar on you tonight, Philly kid. He raised the bar.
Philly, you look so devastatingly handsome today. Let's just say that out loud for all the ladies.
All right, listen, Sue, before you leave, right, because we're going to do this a lot over the next month, we got to talk real quick about this Taylor Simon King celebration, which we got coming up on April 22nd. And it's basically a portion of the proceeds go to charity, First Responders Children's Foundation. And it's basically, guys, this is something we've never done. And it's a concert, pre-produced concert with those folks we had on. And then Sook, you, me, Phil, maybe we'll get some of our celebrity friends. There's going to be
We're going to plug away.
And basically what we did was we made it, I told the folks doing the concert, I said, listen, we can't make it expensive for our audience. It's got to be reasonable. We want everybody to come and enjoy it. I think it's $12.99 for a ticket. If you want to join the after party, I think it's like $15. So it's another $3 to join. And it's just going to be a blowout night. You bring the drinks and we'll have fun. We'll watch the concert. We'll come on after. We'll sing. We'll BS. And it's just going to be a great time, and it's for a great
Scott,
cause.
just take Phil because he looks so darn good today. Let him go full, and then let him sell it because he looks so
Go ahead,
good.
Billy Kid, tell us.
Listen, everybody who's watching, all my followers, all Suki and Scott followers, you guys, go check out the link. It's on both of our websites. Go and get a ticket for the show. It's going to be awesome. And get one for the after show as well, because we're all going to be there, and I'm going to sing some songs. Scott's going to sing some songs. Suki's going to sing some songs. But you guys...
Suki's singing on this one.
Phil, you know I'm not a singer. I pretend to be one. That's it.
That's all right.
Suki's a singer, Phil. I've seen her in action in the front of the mirror. I've seen it.
Oh, ladies, I did that for you because I saw all of you saying, can we get a close-up of Phil? I was like, Scott, put him back up. Put him back up.
Thank you.
All right, listen, you wanted it. Here I am.
Not you. Not you.
I thought you said
Phil.
I love it. So, we're going to do that. We have a month to promote it.
We need all your help. We really need all your help. I mean, this is when this community that we've sort of created comes into play, right? You know, you come in, we appreciate you being here every step of the way and making Suki and Scott and Phil creating this show. And, you know, it has allowed us to reach out to so many celebrities and get them on the show. And we do that because we're entertaining you. But now we're really counting on you to help us. I mean, think about the first responders, their children. Part of that money goes there. And then the rest of it is just pure entertainment. I mean, listen, we've had a tough year. We deserve it. What's $12, guys? What's $12?
I think with the tax, it's like 16 total. And you click on they send you a link on your email, and on that day you're going to be on that on the show watching and hanging out with us, and it'll be kind of like our show, but you get, I think it's about 45 minutes of a great concert. And look at the songs. We had those folks on, right? James Taylor, Carly Simon, Carol King. You guys know all the songs, and it's just going to be a great night. So we'll tell you about it a few hundred more times before then. But so yeah, that's the story. Suker, another great show.
Phil, you look gorgeous tonight. I'm telling you.
Thank you, Suki. You're beautiful as well, always.
And Scott, you're not so shabby. All right. All right. I threw that in. All right.
I've been listening.
Forget about it. Bye, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay,
Take care.
Suki.
Have fun in the after party.
Oh, the OT's coming up right now, baby. Philly Kid, what's happening, brother?
Hey, not much. I'm just enjoyed the show, and
Tony was good, right? See, I got Phil. I found Tony online. I said, dude, you got to come on. You got to come on the show. Our audience would love you.
Yeah, he's good, man. And you know, that guy, I mean, he is so underrated. I mean, he's funny. He tells jokes. He sings like Sinatra. I mean,
you know what's funny? You heard the Rodney Dangerfield in his voice.
Yes.
When he spoke normally.
Yeah.
So he's great. I've been Tony and I have been talking back and forth for a couple of months, and it finally worked out where, you know, we can get him in and he can come on, and just great, man. Effortless Sinatra. That's not hard. There's a lot of those guys, a lot of guys around. I don't know how much better you can get than Tony.
No, you can't. He's the best, man. He's awesome.
But Philly, before you sing, do we talk about our triumphant song yesterday? Night Chicago Died. I don't know if many people could tell me who sang that song, because that was always like a nice trivia question of mine. Did you know who sang that, Philly Kid?
Yeah, I know. Let's see if anybody else does. Can put in the answer real quick.
Let's see if anybody, because I had the 45 when I was a kid. So let's see.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Me too.
And I think on the other side of that 45, Night Chicago Died, the other side of that 45 may have been Billy Don't Be a Hero.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. Remember that song? Billy, don't be a hero.
Don't be a fool with your life.
So I think there's almost 50,000 views on Night Chicago Died, Philly Kid.
Hey, I think it's one of our best yet. It's one of our best yet.
Anna, people are asking in different countries what they do to get a ticket. Guys, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know about the technical side of it. If you can't, I mean, I would think the website should work in anywhere. No, it's on the web, unless it's just the U.S. I'm not sure.
I mean, it's the World Wide Web, I thought.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure. If you log on to it, you should be able to get a ticket. I'm not sure, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun night. And listen, you know me, man. As we get closer, you know I have to add more stuff to it. Yeah. So maybe you know I finagle Tony Orlando to come join us, or you know some of the other great singers who have stopped by. But we'll have some special. You know, some celebs, Chaz Palminteri probably come hang out a little bit.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Nice. What do you think, Phil? Do you sing first, or do we play and relive yesterday's Night Chicago Died?
I say we started off big.
You want to start off with Chicago?
Yeah.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Phil and I coming off another triumphant day The Phil and Scott duet series has been absolutely taking the world by storm. Phil, right? Would you characterize it that way?
I would say that is an accurate description. It's taking the world by storm.
All right, here is The Night Chicago Died. Did anybody get it? Anybody get it? Paper Lace was the group. It was Paper Lace. No, I don't see any Paper Laces up there. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and it's perfection. I can't even talk about it.
Oh, yeah, little Night Chicago Died. Kick us off, Philly kid. You start it, I'll join in.
Daddy was a cop on the east side of Chicago, back in the USA, back in the bad old days. In the heat of a summer night, in the land of the dollar bill, when the town of Chicago died, and they talk about it still, when a man named Al Capone tried to make that town his own, and he called his gang to war on the forces of the law. I heard my mama cry, I heard her pray the night Chicago died. Brother, what a night it really was. Brother, what a fight it really was. Glory be. I heard my mama cry, I heard her pray the night Chicago died. Brother, what a night the people saw. Brother, what a fight the people saw. Yes, indeed. And the sound of the battle rang through the streets of the old east side, till the last of the hoodlum gang had surrendered up or died. There was shouting in the streets and the sound of running feet. But I asked someone who said about 100 cops are dead. I heard my mama cry, I heard her pray the night Chicago died. Brother, what a night it really was. Brother, what a fight it really was. Glory be. I heard my mama cry, I heard her pray the night Chicago died. Brother, what a night the people saw. Brother, what a fight the people saw. Yes, indeed. Then there was no sound at all but the clock upon the wall.
Then the door burst open
And the door
wide,
burst open wide,
and my daddy stepped
and my
inside.
daddy stepped inside, and he kissed my mama's face, and he brushed her tears away. The night Chicago died. The night Chicago died. Brother, what a night the people saw. Brother, what a fight the people saw. Yes, indeed. The night Chicago died.
I heard a pray tonight, Chicago died.
The night Chicago died. Brother, what a night it really was. Brother, what a fight it really was. Glory be. The night Chicago died.
Philly, I can't even imagine all the entertainment on this show tonight. This is just mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing to me, the entertainment that's on this show this evening.
And the best part is it's free.
It's free. It's been free for a year. And
the admission is free. I mean, how many things in life? How many things in life that bring you so much joy? Can you say is free? Not very many.
We had Taylor Dane flashback tonight. The Magicians, Brent and Sarah. I mean, Rob Paulson. The guy's a Hollywood legend. Tony's on singing Sinatra. You didn't even start yet. We got you and I singing. I'm going to cry. I think this is unbelievable. I'm a little emotional right now.
Yeah, I've got goosebumps myself.
It's unbelievable. I feel like in that garb that, what's funny? You look like you could fit in my poster right back here.
Yeah.
Right?
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, not you. Oh my God, I just forgot the name of the movie.
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs. Oh my God, I'm thinking Usual Suspects.
Hey,
well, I feel like you're gonna have to sing like some kind of standards tonight, dressed in that suit.
oh gosh, let me see.
I have to assume you're not wearing suit pants, correct?
Only my closest friends will know for sure. Actually, I've got, I do all my auditions out here. I got my little studio set up, and I have my little clothes rack.
Yeah.
And
just
I
put on the top.
Yeah, and I saw Tony. I said, "Whoa!" So I ran over there and I put on my suit real quick. I had to pay homage, to the king.
That's like me, Phil. I was shooting WWE stuff today because it's WrestleMania season. So
right,
I sit in the same spot with a different poster in the back. Right, I'm wearing my suit jacket and I'm literally in like my workout sweats and it's.
Okay, I'm wearing some sweatpants.
Yeah, come on, that's what everybody's been doing now. It's so funny, man. What do you want to do, my friend? Entertain us.
Yeah, I I put this one up today and it's doing very well. Little
Oh wait, I just my back yet? Hold on.
What'd you do?
There we go. When I put my phone up, it made my camera blurry. Also, by the way, guys, we're doing so well on that Stir app. The folks at Sinclair Broadcasting and the Stir app, they're so excited because our show is doing so well. And if you guys could just, download the app and watch our shows, they're not the same shows that, like the shows that are running now are shows we did like a couple of weeks ago. So just watch them a little bit, relive them, and they look great. And like I was telling Suki, Phil, it's really weird. When I say we'll be right back after this, they go to commercials. So it's really cool. It's called Stir, STIRR. Check it out and download the app. They've got all kinds of great shows, all the good stuff. Carson is on there. All the vintage shows that everybody loves to watch is on there.
Yeah, go check it out. It's awesome. Let's start off with a little Loggins and Messina, some Danny song.
Nice.
People smile and tell me I'm the lucky one. We've just begun. I think I'm gonna have a son. He will be like she and me, as free as a dove, conceived in love. The sun is gonna shine above. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, you bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything is gonna be alright. Seems as though a month ago I was beta chi. Oh, I never got high. I was such a sorry guy. And now I smile in the face the girl that shares my name. Now I'm through with the game. This boy will never be the same. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, you bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything is gonna be alright. Pisces, Virgo, rising is a very good sign. Oh, strong and kind, and the little boy is mine. Now I see a family where there once was none. Now we've just begun. Yeah, we're gonna fly to the sun. And even though we ain't got money, I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a chain of love. And in the morning when I rise, you bring a tear of joy to my eyes and tell me everything, it's gonna be all right.
Bam. In the morning when I rise, bring a tear of joy to my eyes. Tell me. Phil, I feel like I should walk away for about a half an hour and you just put on a little concert. I mean,
Hey.
you really dressed nicely tonight.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that.
I don't want you to waste that beautiful. I mean, you look like one of the Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, you know.
Are you Mr. Green or Mr. Blue?
I don't know. But just, whatever you want to call me. I would love
Phil,
them
you
to
know what
make
you know what I've been watching?
What's that?
Did you ever watch Riverdale?
Riverdale.
It was on the CW and now it's on Netflix. It's the Archies. You know the Archie comics, Archie, Jughead, Betty, Veronica. Well, it's all those kids, and they live in Riverdale.
Right.
And they all go to high school together, and it is a very, very dark show. It's really dark. Oh, yeah.
About the Archies and it's dark?
It's not really like the comics. It's all their names, and they live in Riverdale. And the main character's name is Archie. He's the captain of the football team, and he's, and everybody's dating each other, but there's murder, mayhem, craziness, drugs, the whole deal. And I've been watching it with my daughter who's 11, and it's not really appropriate, but we just got done with Stranger Things. So I'm like, if you can handle that, this is nothing.
No, I haven't seen that. I'll check it out. I'm still binging on The Blacklist. Still watching that one, and Ray Donovan. Still watching that one. Yeah.
And Queen of the South's coming back soon, and so is Ozark.
Oh, nice! Ozark's one of my favorite.
Ozark's coming, but yeah, Riverdale's like it's insane, man. It's really high school kids, and it's just the whole town. Luke Perry was in it, right and that's when he passed away. He was playing Archie's father, in the show when he passed away. And Mark Consuelos is in it, and it's insane, man. It's an insane show.
Yeah. What's the other one with Mark Consuelos? I just saw him the other day. It's a show with Netflix. Frank Grillo's in it too.
He was also in Queen of the South for a little bit.
Yeah.
Until they knocked him off.
Oh, it's about MMA fighters. Frank Grillo. Anyway.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
I can't think of the name of it.
No, I know it's the something, right? The Empire, not the Empire, something like that. I can't remember either.
I'm embarrassed. That's one of my favorite shows. I was tweeting out to all the stars on it about how great they were. Anyway, yeah, one of my favorite. But I'll have to check the Riverdale out. But
tomorrow night we have another incredible singer. Brooke Moriber is on the show tomorrow night.
Nice.
Gorgeous young lady, gorgeous voice, very talented. So another great show tomorrow night. Let's see who we have Thursday. Thursday. Phil, we have a violinist, the electric violin?
Yeah.
We have this young lady on. Her name is Serena. She is an electric violinist. She is absolutely insane with the violin.
Nice.
Not only that, she looks like she could be a model, which is even crazier because you just don't picture a girl who looks like a model playing the violin.
Right.
And she's dresses very seductively while she's playing the violin, which is even cooler. But she is. Wait till you hear her on Thursday night. You're gonna be like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah. What's her name again?
Serena. I can't remember. I didn't put her last name in, but her name is Serena, and she's going to be at a club up in Harlem, here in New York City. I believe it's called Cecil's up in Harlem.
Nice.
And they have a setup for her. We're going to interview her there at the restaurant, and she's going to play from there. And she's amazing. You look at the videos of just when we're done. Google electric violin Serena.
Right.
At, I feel like it's Serena Sono. It's something like that. Just put in Serena, it'll come up. She's wild.
Okay, I will.
I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah, I'll check it out. But how about a little?
Anna Hoover wants to know if you'll sing "At Last."
At Last, yeah, that's a good song.
Is that Etta James?
Yeah.
At last.
Okay, and
you doing it? You doing it?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
All right, baby.
At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song, yeah. At last, the skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped up in clover the night I looked at you, and I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I can call my own. I found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill that I have never known. Yeah, you smile. Oh, and then the spell was cast. And here we are in heaven, for you are mine at last. Yeah. Love that song.
All right, listen. Somebody's pissed off at you, Judy Richardson.
Why are you pissed off, Judy?
She said, I give up trying to get you to sing anything I request. Judy, pop it in again. We probably missed it.
Hey, I feel bad sometimes because,
you can't please everybody, Philly.
Well, I wish I could, but I get hundreds of requests every week, hundreds, and a lot of them come with really sad and poignant stories. I'd like to request this song because my relative is in bad shape.
I hear you.
And I get hundreds of those, and I just can't do them all. I wish I could, but and I try to do what I can, but sorry, Judy, put it in again. I'll see what I can do.
Listen, if everybody sends Phil $1 for a request, then maybe you'll get it in. You know what I mean? I mean, you got to put a stripper in the dollar bill when you're at Chippendales, no?
That's right.
Yes, Marcia. Tonight was definitely an exceptional night. Good night. I knew it would be a fun show. Fun show with Rob and Tony and just some good stuff. What should we do, Philly Kid? I need a little duet before we say goodnight.
Do you know Your Mama Don't Dance?
Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Hold on, let me get it. Your mama don't dance. Who sings that? Oh, Loggins and Messina.
Yeah.
You ready?
Here we go.
Your
mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Do 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 do. Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. When evening rolls around and it's time to go to town, where do you go? To rock and roll. Take it, Scott.
The old folks say that you gotta end your date by 10.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
If you're out on a date and you bring it home late, it's a sin. Just ain't no excusing. I forgot.
You know you're gonna lose and never win. I'll
And
say it again. Take
And
it,
it's
Scott.
all because your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Do. Go, Philly.
Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. When evening rolls around and it's time to go to town, where do you go? To rock and roll. You pull. Take it, Scott. This is the best part. You pull into a drive-in, find a place to park. You hop into the back seat where you know it's nice and dark. You're just about to move in, thinking it's a breeze. There's a light in your eye, then a guy says, take it, Scott.
Car, long hair. Louie, you coming with me? The local police.
And it's all because your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Your mama don't dance and your daddy don't rock and roll. Finish it up, Scott.
Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl. Yellow feathers in her hair and a dress cut down her there. She would merengue and do the cha-cha. And while she tried to be a star, Tony always tended bar across the crowded floor. They worked from 8 till 4. They were young and they had each other. Who could ask for more at the Copacabana, the hottest spot north of Havana. Here at the Copacabana, music and passion were always in fashion at the Copa. We fell in love. Go, Philly.
His name was Rico, he wore a diamond. He was escorted to his chair, he saw Lola dancing there. And when she finished, he called her over. But Rico went a bit too far, Tony sailed across the bar. And then the punches flew, and chairs were smashed in two. There was blood and a single gunshot, but just who shot who at the Copacabana, hottest spot north of Havana, at the Copacabana. Music and passion were always the fashion at the Copa. She lost her love.
Copacabana. Musical interlude. Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl, but that was 30 years ago when they used to have a show. Now it's a disco. But not for Lola. Still in the dress she used to wear, faded feathers in her hair. She sits there so refined. She drinks herself half blind. She lost her youth and she lost her Tony. Now she's lost her mind at the Copa. Go, Philly.
Copacabana, hottest spot north of Havana, at the Copacabana. Music and passion were always in fashion at the Copa. Don't fall in love. Copacabana.
Oh, man.
Cabana boy.
Could sing Barry Manilow songs all day long.
Oh man, I love Barry Manilow.
All day long.
Hey, how about this
Philly?
one?
What do you got? What do you got?
Little Richie Valens, and this is for all the ladies out there named Donna.
Go ahead. You finish us up with a little finale right here.
Okay. Oh, Donna, oh, Donna, oh, Donna, oh, my Donna. I had a girl, and Donna was her name. Since she left me, I've never been the same. 'Cause I love my girl Oh, Donna, where can you be? Where can you be? Now that you're gone, I'm left all alone, all by myself, to wander and roam, 'cause I love my girl. Donna, where can you be? Where can you be? Boom, boom, boom. Oh, darling, now that you're gone, I don't know what I'll do. All time and all my love for you. Oh, I had a girl, and Donna was her name. Since she left me, oh, I've never been the same, 'cause I love my girl. Oh, Donna, where can you be? Where can you be? Boom.
Bam. Philly Kid, that brings us to the end of tonight's program.
Thanks for being here, everybody. Don't forget, go to the website.
Let's put that up. Let's put that up one more time, because that's going to be a big deal. So again, proceed to the show. First Responders Children's Association, and listen, there it is. It's TaylorSimonKing.brownpapertickets.com. Phil's got the link up on his page. I've got the link up on the Suki and Scott show. Go get some tickets, and we're going to know who you are if you don't get the tickets. If you don't get the tickets, we're not going to let you watch this show anymore. Right, Philly Kid? That's the rule.
Yeah, hey, if you want to see me dressed to the nines anymore, I mean.
Yep. Listen, just think of it as it just cost you $1 a month to hang out with us on this show the last year, to buy these tickets for this show. And was that who just wrote what I just saw something that was pretty funny. Oh, Lorraine Ann just wrote, and so I face the final broadcast. Lorraine Ann, you better go get your tickets right now, because you know what? I've got your credit card number. And if you don't do it yourself, I'm going to do it for you, and I'm going to buy tickets for everybody on the site. How's that sound?
Remember,
okay? So instead of $15, it's going to cost you $1,500.
And a portion of the proceeds benefits the First Responders Children's Fund.
That's it. Philly Kid, you're the best, bud. Take us home. A little good night, sweetheart.
Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Oh, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but we really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart. Good night. Good night, everybody. We love you.
Aw, yeah, little night Chicago died. Kick us off, Philly Kid. You start it, I'll join in.
Daddy was a cop on the east side of Chicago, back in the USA, back in the bad old days. In the heat of a summer night, in the land of the dollar bill, when the town of Chicago died, and they talk about it still, when a man named Al Capone tried to make that town his own, and he called his gang to war, and the forces of the law. I heard my mama cry, I heard her pray the night Chicago died. Brother, what a night it really was. Brother, what a fight it really was. Glory be. I heard my mama cry, I heard her pray the night Chicago died. Brother, what a night the people saw.
Brother, what a fight the people saw. Yes, indeed. And the sound of the battle rang through the streets of the old east side, till the last of the hoodlum gang had surrendered up or died. There was shouting in the streets and the sound of running feet. But I asked someone who said about 100 cops are dead. I heard my mama cry. I heard her pray the night Chicago died. Brother, what a night it really was. Brother, what a fight it really was. Glory be. I heard my mama cry. I heard her pray the night Chicago died. Brother, what a night the people saw. Brother, what a fight the people saw. Yes, indeed. Then there was no sound at all but the clock upon the wall.
Then the door burst open
Then the
wide.
door burst open wide.
And my daddy stepped
And my
inside.
daddy stepped inside. And he kissed my mama's face. And he brushed her tears away the night Chicago died. The night Chicago died. Brother, what a night the people saw. Brother, what a fight the people saw. Yes, indeed.